There comes a quiet moment in life when you realize the world is no longer holding you up the way it used to. The people who once needed you don't call as often. The routines that gave your days meaning begin to fade. Your body moves slower, your energy thins, and the noise that once filled your life gradually becomes silence. Most people don't fear aging itself. What they fear is what aging reveals. When life becomes quieter, when fewer things demand your attention, when the busyness finally stops, you are left standing alone with your own mind. And if that mind was never trained to be still, if it was never taught how to stand without leaning, that silence becomes unbearable. Buddhism teaches something most people discover too late. The support you've been leaning on your whole life, the roles, the recognition, the comfort, the control, was never truly yours. It was borrowed. And one day, slowly or suddenly, it will be taken back. But here is the truth that changes everything. When there is nothing left to lean on, there is finally nothing left to fear. In this reflection, you will discover what aging really asks of you and how to meet it with clarity, dignity, and inner freedom instead of resistance. 1. Waiting for others is a form of dependence. For most of your life, you have measured your worth by how others respond to you. When someone needed your advice, you felt important. When your children called, you felt loved. When friends invited you out, you felt valued. Your emotional stability was built on these small confirmations, these quiet reassurances that you mattered. This is how most people live. They don't realize they are standing on borrowed ground. They believe the warmth they feel comes from connection, when in truth, it comes from being needed. And there is a difference. Connection asks nothing. Dependence asks everything. In your younger years, this dependence was invisible because life was loud. There were always people who needed something from you, roles that demanded your presence, responsibilities that kept you anchored. You confused busyness with purpose. You confused being necessary with being whole. And because the responses kept coming, the phone kept ringing, the invitations kept arriving, you never had to face the question underneath it all. Who am I when no one is watching? What holds me together when no one needs me anymore? Aging answers that question whether you are ready or not. The roles you once played begin to dissolve. Your children build their own lives. Your friends move away, fall ill, or pass on. The invitations slow down. The calls become less frequent. And suddenly, the emotional scaffolding you built your life upon starts to collapse. Not because people stop loving you, but because life naturally moves forward. And when it does, dependence is exposed for what it always was. A quiet form of suffering disguised as love. Buddhism does not teach you to stop caring about people. It teaches you to stop needing their attention to feel complete. There is a monk's story about a teacher who lived alone in the mountains. A student once asked him, "Don't you feel lonely without anyone around?" The teacher smiled and said, "I am never alone. I have myself." The student didn't understand. He thought the teacher was being cold. But years later, after losing everyone he depended on, the student finally understood. The teacher wasn't isolated. He was free. Non-attachment is not about pushing people away. It is about learning to stand without leaning. It means you can love deeply without collapsing when someone leaves. You can care without needing constant proof. You can give without expecting anything in return. This is not coldness. This is emotional maturity. It is the ability to remain whole even when the world around you changes, even when the responses stop coming, even when you are left standing in silence with only yourself for company. And when you reach that place, aging no longer feels like abandonment. It feels like coming home. 2. Comfort is not peace. You have spent your entire life running from discomfort, not consciously, not dramatically, but quietly, consistently, in ways you barely notice. When sadness arrives, you turn on the television. When anxiety surfaces, you reach for your phone. When boredom settles in, you fill the silence with noise, with plans, with anything that keeps you from feeling what you don't want to feel. Modern life has trained you well. It has taught you that discomfort is the enemy, that pain should be avoided, that stillness is something to fear. So you stay busy. You keep moving. You distract yourself with work, with people, with endless small tasks that create the illusion of control. And for a while, it works. The discomfort stays buried. The hard questions remain unasked. You mistake this for peace, but comfort is not peace. Comfort is simply the temporary absence of pain. It is a negotiation with life, a bargain that says, if I avoid what hurts, I will be okay. And the mind believes this. It becomes addicted to avoidance. It learns to fear stillness, to panic in silence, to collapse when there is nothing left to distract it. This is not strength. This is fragility dressed as safety. Aging does not honor this bargain. Aging brings discomfort that cannot be distracted away. Your body begins to ache in ways that won't disappear with a pill. People you love will leave, and no amount of busyness will bring them back. Your energy fades, your independence shrinks, and all the comforts you built your life around, the routines, the distractions, the noise, slowly lose their power to protect you. This is when the untrained mind shatters, because it was never taught how to be uncomfortable. It was only taught how to run. And when there is nowhere left to run, suffering becomes unbearable. There is an old teaching. A student once asked his teacher, "How do you find peace in a world full of pain?" The teacher picked up a stone and held it tightly in his hand until it hurt. Then he opened his palm and let the stone rest there without gripping it. The stone did not change, the teacher said, but my relationship to it did. Peace is not the absence of discomfort. Peace is learning to hold discomfort without being destroyed by it. It is the ability to sit with sadness and not drown, to feel loneliness without panicking, to face limitation without collapsing into despair. This is what the mind must learn before aging arrives. Not how to avoid pain, but how to meet it with steadiness. Because when you stop running from discomfort, something unexpected happens. You realize it was never as unbearable as your fear made it seem. You discover a quiet strength beneath the noise. And in that discovery, you find something comfort could never give you. Real peace. The kind that remains even when everything else falls apart. 3. Identity does not survive aging. For most of your life, you have believed you are what you do. You are a parent. You are a professional. You are the one people turn to for advice. You are the capable one, the strong one, the one who gets things done. These roles felt like truth. They felt permanent. And because you played them well, you thought they were who you are. But they were never you. They were costumes. And aging quietly removes them, one by one. Your children grow up and no longer need your guidance. Your career ends, and suddenly the title that defined you for decades disappears. Your body weakens, and the strength you once relied on fades. The abilities that once made you feel valuable, your sharp mind, your quick hands, your endless energy, begin to slip away, and with them, the identity you built starts to crumble. This is when people break. not because they are weak, but because they never learned the difference between what they do and who they are. They spent a lifetime building a self from temporary materials, roles that were always meant to change, abilities that were always meant to fade, recognition that was never guaranteed to last. And when those things dissolve, they are left standing in front of a terrifying question. If I am not this, then who am I? Buddhism teaches that suffering does not come from losing your roles. It comes from clinging to the belief that those roles were ever truly you. You are not your job. You are not your body. You are not even your thoughts. These are experiences passing through you, like weather moving through an open sky. The sky does not become the storm, it simply allows the storm to pass. And when the storm is gone, the sky remains, unchanged, untouched, still whole. There is a story of an old craftsman who spent 50 years carving wood. His hands were known throughout the village. People would say, "He is a master. His hands create beauty." But one day, illness took the strength from his fingers. He could no longer hold the tools. A younger craftsman visited him and said, "You must feel lost without your work." The old man smiled. "I thought I was my hands," he said, "but my hands were only what I used. I am still here. You are not what you were. You are not what you can no longer do. You are the awareness that has been watching your life unfold from the very beginning. The roles came and went. The body changed. The abilities rose and fell. But something in you remained constant, the quiet presence that noticed it all, the part of you that simply is. When you stop clinging to a fixed version of yourself, aging stops feeling like erasure. It becomes what it always was, a natural unfolding, a shedding of what was never permanent. And beneath all the roles you played, beneath all the identities you held, you discover something that aging cannot touch. The unchanging awareness that was there before the roles began and will remain long after they end. 4. The mind you train now is the mind you age with. There is a common belief that wisdom comes naturally with age, that simply by living long enough, you will somehow become calm, patient, and at peace with yourself. But if you look closely at the elderly around you, you will see the truth. Some grow gentler with time, others grow bitter. Some find contentment in simplicity. Others remain trapped in resentment, regret, and endless mental noise. Age does not make you wise. Age only makes you more of what you already are. The mind you are building right now, with its habits, its patterns, its automatic reactions, is the mind you will carry into old age. If your mind today is restless, constantly worrying, replaying old wounds, chasing distractions, then that is the mind that will be waiting for you when life slows down. And when the busyness finally stops, when there are no more tasks to hide behind, no more people to distract you, that untrained mind will become unbearable. Think of the mind like a garden. If you tend to it regularly, pulling weeds, planting seeds, nurturing what grows, it becomes a place of peace. But if you ignore it for decades, letting weeds spread unchecked, the garden becomes wild, chaotic, unmanageable. And when you finally have time to sit in that garden in your later years, you will find it overrun with thorns. Most people spend their entire lives letting their minds run wild. They react without thinking. They worry without stopping. They carry grudges for years. They fill every silence with noise because they are afraid of what might surface in the quiet. They tell themselves, "I'll deal with this later. I'll find peace when I retire. I'll slow down when life gets easier." But life never gets easier, and the mind never trains itself. This is why mindfulness matters now. not someday, not as a spiritual practice, not as something mystical or religious, but as practical preparation for the life you will eventually live. Mindfulness is simply learning to be present with your own mind without being controlled by it. It is the practice of noticing your thoughts without drowning in them, of feeling your emotions without being destroyed by them, of sitting in silence without needing to run. There is a teaching that says, an untrained mind is like a wild horse. It throws you off repeatedly, but a trained mind becomes steady, reliable, a companion you can trust. The time to train that horse is not when you are old and exhausted. It is now, while you still have strength, while your life still has momentum, while the stakes feel lower. Because when aging arrives, when your body weakens and your world grows smaller, the only thing you will have left is your mind. And if that mind was never trained to be still, to be kind to itself, to sit peacefully with what is, then your final years will not be restful. They will be a struggle, not against the world, but against the noise inside your own head that you spent a lifetime ignoring. 5. Nothing you own can stay with you. You spend most of your life gathering things: a home, savings, possessions, memories stored in photographs, achievements framed on walls. You believe these things are yours, that they provide security, that as long as you hold on to them, you will be safe. But ownership is an illusion. Everything you think you possess is only borrowed for a brief moment in time. Aging reveals this truth slowly, then all at once. The house you worked decades to pay off becomes too large, too difficult to maintain. The money you saved loses meaning when your body can no longer enjoy what it buys. The possessions you accumulated sit untouched, gathering dust, waiting for someone else to decide their fate. And the achievements that once filled you with pride fade into irrelevance because no one remembers them the way you do. This is not a tragedy. This is simply the nature of life. But because you were never taught to let go, because you spent years tightening your grip on everything you accumulated, the inevitable release feels like loss. It feels like failure. It feels like everything you worked for was meaningless. There is an old story about a farmer who spent his life building the finest barn in the village. He filled it with grain, tools, and everything he thought he would need for the future. One night, a fire swept through and burned it all to the ground. His neighbors expected him to collapse in grief, but the next morning they found him sitting calmly in the ashes. "Weren't you attached to what you built?" they asked. The farmer smiled. "I was never attached. I was only taking care of it while it was here." This is the freedom most people never find. The ability to hold things lightly, to care for what you have without clinging to it, to enjoy what life offers without needing it to last forever. Because nothing lasts. Not your health, not your wealth, not even the people you love. Everything is on loan, and one day, quietly or suddenly, it will be returned. The fear you feel about losing what you own does not come from the things themselves. It comes from never practicing letting go. Your whole life, you trained yourself to hold tighter, to accumulate more, to believe that security comes from what you can control. But aging strips that control away piece by piece. And if you never learned how to release gracefully, the loss becomes suffering. Buddhism teaches that everything you possess is like water held in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. But if you hold your hands open, gently, the water stays for as long as it needs to, and when it flows away, your hands remain unharmed. When you finally understand that nothing was ever truly yours, aging stops feeling like robbery. It becomes a natural returning. a quiet release. And in that release, you discover something you could never find through accumulation. The peace of needing nothing, the freedom of holding nothing, the stillness of simply being, without grasping, without fear. 6. Avoiding silence creates suffering later. You have spent your entire life running from silence. Not consciously, not deliberately, but every time a quiet moment appeared, you filled it. You turned on the television, you picked up your phone, you called a friend, you made plans. You kept yourself busy, distracted, surrounded by noise, because somewhere deep inside you feared what silence might reveal. Silence is not empty. Silence is full. It holds everything you have been avoiding, the sadness you never processed, the grief you pushed aside, the regrets you buried under years of distraction, the questions you were too afraid to ask. All of it waits in the silence, patient, undisturbed, ready to surface the moment the noise stops. And aging brings silence whether you are ready or not. The phone rings less often. The invitations stop coming. The people who once filled your days are no longer there. Your home grows quieter. Your schedule empties. And suddenly, you are left alone with the one thing you spent a lifetime avoiding: yourself. This is when people break, not because silence is cruel, but because they were never taught how to sit with it. They panic when the noise disappears. Their minds race with old memories, unresolved pain, fears they never named. They feel an unbearable restlessness, a pressure in their chest, a need to fill the quiet with anything, even thoughts that hurt them. They mistake this discomfort for loneliness, for depression, for the cruelty of old age. But it is none of those things. It is simply the weight of everything they refuse to face, finally demanding attention. There is a teaching about a monk who lived in a cave for 20 years. A traveler once asked him, "How do you survive the silence? Doesn't it drive you mad?" The monk replied, "Silence does not create suffering. It only reveals what was already there." I spent my first year in agony because I brought my noise with me. But slowly, I learned to listen. And when I stopped running, the silence became my greatest teacher. Silence is not your enemy. Silence is a mirror. It shows you what you have been hiding from yourself. It forces you to meet the parts of you that have been waiting, unheard, for decades. And yes, this is uncomfortable. Yes, it feels overwhelming at first. But this discomfort is not punishment. It is healing trying to happen. If you never practice sitting in silence now, while your life is still loud, while you still have distractions available, then aging will force you into it unprepared. And what could have been a gentle unfolding will feel like drowning. But if you train yourself to be comfortable in quiet moments now, to sit with your thoughts without running, to allow emotions to surface without panicking, then when silence arrives in your later years, it will not feel like abandonment. It will feel like coming home. To a part of yourself you forgot existed, to a stillness that was always there, beneath the noise, waiting for you to stop running and finally listen. 7. Acceptance is the only real security. You have spent your entire life trying to control things, your health, your relationships, your future. You planned, prepared, and worked hard to keep everything stable, predictable, safe. And, for a while, it seemed to work. You convinced yourself that if you just tried hard enough, if you stayed vigilant enough, you could keep life from falling apart. But aging reveals what you always knew but refused to believe. Control was never real. It was only a temporary illusion, a brief moment when circumstances aligned with your effort, and you mistook that alignment for power. The truth is, you were never in control. Not of your body, which will weaken no matter how carefully you treat it. Not of other people, who will leave, change, or disappoint you despite your best intentions. Not of time, which moves forward without asking your permission. And when this illusion finally crumbles, when the things you tried so hard to manage begin slipping through your fingers, you are left with two choices. You can resist, fighting against reality, exhausting yourself in a battle you cannot win, or you can accept, not with bitterness, not with defeat, but with clear seeing. Acceptance is not resignation. It is not giving up or pretending everything is fine when it is not. Acceptance is simply the ability to see what is happening without adding unnecessary suffering on top of it. It is the difference between saying, "This is painful and I hate that it is happening," and saying, "This is painful and it is happening." One statement multiplies the pain, the other allows it to exist without drowning you. There is a story of a tree standing in a storm. The strong tree that refuses to bend, that insists on remaining exactly as it was, eventually breaks under the force of the wind. But the tree that bends, that allows the wind to move through it without resistance, survives. It does not become weak by bending. It becomes resilient. This is acceptance. Not weakness, but flexibility. Not surrender, but wisdom. Resistance is what makes aging unbearable. You resist the aching body, wishing it were young again. You resist the solitude, wishing people still needed you. You resist the limitations, wishing you could still do what you once did. And every moment of resistance creates a war inside you, a war between what is and what you wish were true. And you cannot win that war. You can only exhaust yourself fighting it. But when you accept, something shifts. The pain does not disappear. The loss does not reverse. But the inner war ends. You stop wasting energy on battles that cannot be won. You stop torturing yourself with the belief that life should be different than it is. And in that stillness, you discover a quiet strength. The strength to feel pain without collapsing. To face limitation without despair, to live with uncertainty without panic. Acceptance does not make life easier, but it makes suffering lighter. And when you stop clinging to the illusion of control, you finally find the only security that was ever real. The ability to meet life exactly as it is and remain standing. 8. Regret comes from unlived truth. The deepest regret in life does not come from the things you tried and failed at. It comes from the things you never tried at all, the truth you never spoke, the dream you never pursued, the person you never became because you were too afraid of what others might think. Regret is not about failure. Regret is about betrayal, the quiet, persistent betrayal of yourself. For most of your life, you made choices based on comfort and approval. You stayed in jobs that drained you because leaving felt too risky. You held back your true feelings because honesty might have caused conflict. You followed paths others expected of you, even when those paths felt wrong. You told yourself it was the responsible thing to do, the mature thing, the safe thing. And maybe it was, but it was not the honest thing. Every time you chose comfort over truth, every time you silenced your inner voice to keep the peace, you created a small wound inside yourself. One compromise, one suppressed desire, one moment of pretending to be someone you were not. Individually, these moments seemed harmless. But they accumulated, year after year, decision after decision, until one day you woke up and realized you had spent your entire life living according to someone else's script. Aging does not create regret. Aging only removes the illusion that you still have time to fix it. When you are young, you can tell yourself, "I'll do it later. I'll speak up next time. I'll take that risk when the timing is right." But later never comes on its own, and one day, later becomes never. The people you wanted to reconcile with are gone. The opportunities you waited for have passed. The words you should have said remain locked inside you, unspoken, turning into ghosts that haunt your quiet hours. There is a teaching that says, "The wound is not what life did to you. The wound is what you did not do for yourself." This is the truth most people discover too late. They spent so much energy managing other people's expectations, seeking approval, avoiding discomfort, that they forgot to ask the most important question: am I living in a way that honors who I truly am? Living consciously does not mean living recklessly. It does not mean abandoning responsibility or hurting people in the name of honesty. It means paying attention to the moments when you betray yourself. It means noticing when you say yes, but mean no, when you smile but feel sad, when you follow a path that feels wrong just because it feels safe, and in those moments, choosing truth over comfort, even when it is difficult, even when it is inconvenient, even when it costs you something, because the cost of truth is temporary discomfort. But the cost of betraying yourself accumulates into a lifetime of regret. And when you reach your final years, you will not regret the risks you took. You will regret the ones you did not. You will not regret the honesty that caused conflict. You will regret the silence that kept you small. 9. Death anxiety quietly shapes how we live. You do not think about death often. You avoid it. You change the subject when it comes up. You fill your life with distractions so you never have to face the one certainty that waits at the end of every path. But avoiding death does not remove the fear. It only pushes that fear deeper, where it quietly shapes every decision you make without you realizing it. This unexamined fear is why you cling so tightly to everything, why you panic when plans change, why you try to control outcomes that were never yours to control, why you accumulate possessions as if building a wall between yourself and the inevitable, why you chase approval, success, and permanence, hoping that if you achieve enough, if you matter enough, somehow you will escape what no one has ever escaped. But you cannot outrun death. And the more you try, the more your life becomes defined by fear rather than freedom. You hold on tighter, you worry more, you live smaller, more cautiously, more desperately, because underneath every action is the silent belief that if you just hold on long enough, you will be safe. But you will not be safe. None of us will. And aging makes this truth unavoidable. Your body begins to fail in ways that cannot be ignored. Friends pass away. Your own energy fades. Time, which once felt endless, suddenly feels short. And the fear you spent a lifetime avoiding rises to the surface, no longer willing to be silenced. This is when people either break or awaken. Because death, when finally faced, does not destroy you. It clarifies you. There is an old practice among monks. Every day, they reflect on their mortality, not to become depressed, but to become present. They remind themselves, "I could die today. This breath might be my last. This moment is not guaranteed." And instead of filling them with despair, this awareness fills them with gratitude. It sharpens their attention. It removes the trivial worries. It makes life more vivid, more precious, more real. When you stop avoiding death and instead sit with the truth of it, something unexpected happens. The fear loses its grip. You stop clinging so tightly because you realize there was never anything to hold on to in the first place. You stop wasting time on things that do not matter because you finally see how little time there is. You stop living for approval and start living for meaning. You stop postponing honesty, love, and presence because you understand that later is not promised. Contemplating death is not morbid. It is the most honest thing you can do, because everything you are avoiding, every fear you are carrying, every way you are shrinking your life, it all comes from the unspoken terror of impermanence. And the moment you turn toward that terror, the moment you look directly at the truth that nothing lasts, that this body will fail, that everyone you love will eventually leave, something shifts. You stop living in fear of the end, and you start living fully in the time you have left. Not someday, not when things are perfect, but now, before it is too late. Closing nothing to lean on, nothing to fear. Aging is not a punishment, it is a mirror. It shows you what was always true but easy to ignore when life was loud and full. The roles you leaned on were never permanent. The approval you sought was never guaranteed. The control you believed you had was always an illusion. The comfort you built your life around could never protect you from impermanence. And when all of that falls away, when the supports you spent decades depending on quietly disappear, you are left with a choice. You can collapse under the weight of what you lost, or you can discover what remains when everything else is gone. What remains is you. Not the version of you shaped by roles and expectations. Not the identity built on what you could do or who needed you. But the quiet, unchanging awareness that has been there all along. The part of you that noticed every moment, felt every emotion, survived every loss, and is still here, watching, breathing, present. This is what Buddhism has always pointed toward. Not a distant enlightenment, not a reward for suffering, but the simple recognition that you were never as fragile as you believed. The external supports were helpful, yes, but they were never what held you together. You held yourself together. You always have. When there is nothing left to lean on, there is finally nothing left to fear. Because fear was never about the things themselves. It was about believing you could not survive without them. But you can. You already have. Every loss you have endured, every moment you thought would break you, every time the ground fell away and you were certain you would not survive, you did, not because something saved you, but because you were stronger than you knew. This is the freedom aging offers. Not comfort, not ease, but the dignity of standing on your own, steady and whole, even when the world no longer holds you up. If one insight from this reflection stayed with you, I would love to know which one. Leave a word or a thought below. Sometimes, knowing we are not alone in what we feel is the quiet beginning of peace.